Hello. Lighting. It's the lighting problem once again. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good people. Today is Tuesday, December 3rd, 2024. Good morning, what not a bevy. Hanging on by our fingertips, which is actually a good thing, as we'll find out today with our Themo Memo. Be ready. Let's see. Again, it's December 3rd, 2024. Somebody has a birthday tomorrow. Carolyn Cunningham. And good morning, Memento Mori. So here we are. And let me just finish the documentation of where we are in our point of time. December 3rd, about 6 o'clock in the morning, east of Death Valley, west of Sin City, in Area 51 territory, spooky, hardscrabble, Nazareth-like place. It's not really Nazareth. This Nazareth, let's see. Nazareth makes this place look like LA. In my readings, boom, my main textbook for class, systematic theology. Nazareth was, so for the people who are out here, i.e. Memento Mori, Nazareth was kind of like Crystal if it was in the middle of nowhere. One day, well, yeah, about 26, say no cars, about 20 miles away from Pahrump. Nothing there. How do they know? Because in the ruins, they don't find any public buildings, any signs of culture, anything good. Nobody had nice houses. Just a real hard scrabble place. That is where Jesus was raised. Not like we kind of probably imagine a nice house with a tile roof and marble floors and frescoes, and his dad had a thriving construction business. Nope. Turns out that it was way worse than that. And what's the problem with that? As they said, nothing good comes from Nazareth. Anyway, that's where we are. We're in a place like that, on that end of the spectrum. But that is good. Okay, so that's where we are. You're not here. How are things in Fort Jacks? What not a bevy? As I'm getting my drink ready, my coffee. Bonk. Water. Don't have time for the coconut oil. I'll get that on my next run before I leave for Esmeralda. I would say Goldfield could be considered like Nazareth, except it's got a main road driving through there. So you have city people driving through every day, even though they don't stop. Most don't stop. There's no reason to stop, but at least you can see them. Nazareth was like, nothing good comes from Nazareth. This guy came from Nazareth. Nothing good comes from Nazareth. There's nothing there. There is no there, as they say. Okay, well, our theme of today is be ready. Be ready. Be ready. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a minute, but the advice from an 80-year-old, sing in the shower. Why would that be the advice from an 80-year-old, to sing in the shower? Who has an idea? Who has an idea? Who has an idea? Let go. Okay. Right. Let go of what? The things that burden us and bog us down. Right. Have fun. Right. It's only life, people. This is a part of the journey. Don't get caught up in the journey. It's just the journey on the way to somewhere else. Keep focused on Disneyland. Don't focus on that strange car behind us that looks like it might want to do us evil. Don't focus on that. Be ready, be vigilant, be diligent. Diligent. No, that's not the word. It's diligent. Okay. What else we got on our hit parade? Our hit parade. So I'm getting myself psyched up because we're going to be in Esmeralda and Goldfield in front of the Board of County Commissioners promoting Boxable. Let's see. Jordan Peterson. Okay, so day two, week one, neuroscience-oriented approach to success, available on Amazon. Day two, week one, IQ. How important is IQ? What not a bevy? How important is IQ? Memento mori. How important is IQ? Catman Joe. How important is IQ? Yes, I did my 10 minutes of yoga. Wow, man, 10 minutes. Yeah. My 10 minutes full body stretch as part of my peloton. Pretty important. IQ is very important. But if you don't know it's important, that's okay. You're just missing out. IQ is exceptionally important because every job has an IQ range. Whatever the job is, there's an IQ range. The job is either too hard or too easy on the extremes. It's challenging or it's not challenging. The idea is to find a job where your IQ is at the 75th percentile. So that means it's challenging still, it's not boring, and you can master it. Whereas let's imagine this is the minimum IQ you need to do the job, and your IQ is right there. How does the job look? The job looks really, really hard. I can't do this job. It's too hard. Right? How do you look to your coworkers? That guy's an idiot. He doesn't know anything. Other way, here's your IQ and here's the maximum IQ for the job. How does the job look? Easy, boring. How do you look to the other employees? Like you have it handled, but you're not going to stay. Now, here's an interesting thing. So we had a justice of the peace, Michelle Fiore, not a lawyer. People saw her kind of as a sort of bimbo, loud person, politically hustler. People saw her that way. She got the position as the justice of the peace. So the people who the prosecutors and the district attorney, the prosecutors and the public defenders said, well, she's not an attorney. She doesn't know what she's doing. Basically, they're saying she's not as smart as we are. She doesn't have an IQ like us. They underestimated her. By the time she left, her coworkers grudgingly had to acknowledge, well, yeah, she's not a lawyer, but, I really have nothing concrete to complain about. The people that worked in her court, okay? Talking about that, not the people on the outside throwing rocks. And I've seen her in the court a few times, maybe 4 or 5 times. And I would say she did a very good job from the perspective of equity, what's fair, as opposed to statutory or common law, knowing the rules. But what happened is, so here's the IQ you need to be a justice of the peace. Say 115. Well, it's less than 115, but let's just say it's 115. You can't do it unless you have an IQ of over 100, and you don't need to have an IQ of over 115. Okay, well, her IQ is higher than 115. So she was able to quickly learn the basics of the job, because that's what happens. That's the benefit of IQ. You just get there faster. You figure it out faster. You learn it faster. You just get it faster, and you remember it. So Justice Fiore, Judge Fiore, Justice of the Peace Fiore, didn't know what it was to be a lawyer, didn't have all that background, but she had a higher IQ than was required by the job, and a higher IQ than anybody else in the courtroom. Okay, why do I say that? Because anybody with an IQ that was high enough to be somewhere else wouldn't be in Nazareth Part 2. They wouldn't be here. They would be in a market where they could make more money, have more prestige, a better job. They wouldn't be here with hard scrabble, boring, 2-bit, in quotes. They wouldn't be in a 2-bit town. They'd be somewhere else, unless they had family ties and had a reason to stay here, which none of those people do. They're all just employed. And so if this is what it takes to be a prosecutor, this is the IQ range in Nye County, to be work for the DA. Here's where it is for Vegas. Here's where it is for San Diego. Here's where it is for LA. There is overlap the higher up you go, but probably nobody here could get a job in LA with the public defenders or the prosecution. They wouldn't hire you because your IQ isn't high enough. If Michelle Fiore went to law school and had her ticket, they would hire her in LA for the prosecutor's office. The DA's office would hire somebody like Michelle Fiore because her IQ is there. So IQ is essential. We don't know what our IQ, though, is, but most people, I think Wadabevi would confirm with this, most people, when we gave them the IQ test, their starting point was, yeah, I'm a genius. I dropped out of school because it was too boring for me, but I'm really a genius. I've got like 150 IQ. Then they take an IQ test and they're like 82. They're really, really dumb, but they think they're smart because they can talk to people who have a lower IQ. And that's how horizontal learning. They spend their time dealing with people around the same IQ as them, so they don't really learn much. But if your IQ is slightly above the norm, these people think you're smart. So you tend to see yourself as smart because of these people. However, when you get to people who are actually smart, people who went to tier 1 universities, they're actually smart, you don't know what they're talking about. They can have conversations, use words that you just really don't know what they're talking about. But you don't know that because you've never been around them. You've only been around these people, or you've only seen smart people on TV. So you think you know what they're like, and they speak in a language on TV that you can understand, because otherwise you wouldn't watch the show. So they have people in fancy suits, have a little bit of highfalutin stuff, but most of their languages, we can understand it. So we tend to think we're not really different from them. And then when we get in an argument with them or whatever, we say, you're not better than me. You're not better than me. Okay, well, and then those people in their brains are thinking, okay, in what way am I not better? Am I not better dressed? Am I not better employed? Am I not better educated? Do I not have a better house? In what way am I not better? And Memento Mori would say, God loves me just as much as you. No, that's what we would all say. But Memento Mori would probably be the first person to say that. God loves us all. True. That's the Boom. That's the ace, throwing down the ace, or the queen of spades. So anyway, IQ is essential, but we don't know our IQ. Why? Probably because the nameless people who roam the world, they want us to think we're smarter than we are, so they can treat us as we actually are, or they can lead us by saying, man, you're really smart, but no, we're just being manipulated. Because if we actually knew our IQ, let's see, I have the list of states, and Nevada is like 5th from the bottom in IQ, and it's just barely, it's not like here's number 50 and Nevada's here and everyone else is here. It's like here's number 50 and here's 49, 48, 47, 46, 45. They're all right there. They're all 1 point away, fractions of a point from one another. So Nevada is less than average, so like 96 average IQ for the state. You take out Vegas, you take out Reno, it's probably, and you take out some of the northern ranching countries where the people are actually, have a lot of common sense and wisdom. That's why they have these big ranches and they can make a go of it out there. You put in places like Amargosa, places like Crystal, these little towns, Pahrump, Tonopah, and their average IQ is probably like 92. But they think it's 102. And that's a problem. Okay, but anyway, I digress. The whole point, trying to drill down. Day 2 of week 1, IQ is essential. And you can't really learn your IQ by doing the online things. It's a 12 minutes, 50 questions, 12 minutes, highly stressful to do it. But our theme of today is to be ready. Be ready. Don't know what's going to happen. Always be ready. Be ready. Be prepared. Be thinking ahead. Be able to deal with life's uncertainties. In church, not this past Sunday, but the week before, the pastor, Harry at Trinity Assembly of God Church, made a point of saying there's 3 types of people: people who make things happen, people who watch things happen, and people who wonder what happened. If you want to control people, you get the people who wondered what happened, you tell them what happened, and you tell them that they figured it out. Yeah, it's obvious. Oh yeah, man, I got it. And then they think they're smart, but you have hook in. Okay, so we is at time. I am going to Esmeralda today, to Goldfield today, County Board of Commissioners today. Going to be there to make something happen today with Boxable today. So it's going to be a good day today. And I know that Momentum Memorial should have a big day when Monique gets here. Please make an effort to meet with her. We'll figure that out. I'll be in contact with her. Make sure that she meets up with you. Good morning, Diana. Make sure that Monique meets with you. You're going to want to work with her, talk about how do we make sure we have an efficient system of money transfer. So with that, we're going to say, and cut. IQ is essential. And these Jordan Peterson will say, these things that you can see on the internet of increase your IQ, they don't really increase your IQ. There isn't really a way to do it. And also, last bit of bad news for people. Your dad's IQ, your mother's IQ, wherever they are, yours is probably in between them. Okay? Unless you really do the things to learn. Really stack it up. But if you want to get an idea of your IQ, look at your dad, look at your mom. That'll give you an idea of your IQ. So my parents' kids were very lucky. Let me just say that. I think Sophie Wadabevi was lucky that she has a mother with a high IQ. And cut. Bonk. What the heck?